Hey y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. I'm out here on Fort Loudon Reservoir of the Tennessee River this evening, about 5 p.m. right now. And I'm gonna log a few hours on the water tonight looking to catch some big catfish. Now where I'm gonna be at is I'm anchored down off the end of a point. There's a point here that runs out behind the camera. Right now I'm anchored down 39 feet here, kind of just off the tip of it, which is when I'm fishing a point, that's generally where I like to fish. I like to be right on the end of it, so when fish move out of the main channel over here, they move up on this point, my baits are the first thing that they come in contact with on that point. And so I'll have my baits suspended. Again, at 39 feet that I'm setting in, my baits will be 36, 37 feet deep down directly under the kayak. For bait this evening, I've got some gizzard shad. I've got some that's in the cooler that we're going to cut up for cut bait. And then I've got 3 really large gizzard shad in my bait tank. And I'm going to start out with 2 of those as live bait on this side of the kayak. And depending on how it's going, if we're showing a preference toward the cut bait, I may cut those. And we'll just use them as cut bait, have fresh cut bait down there. Or if the live bait's getting hit, we'll have them down there just waiting for any big fish to come along. So again, it's about 5 p.m. right now. I'm going to soak these baits till probably 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight, maybe a little later depending on the bite. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get these baits on here. All right guys, first one going down, live gizzard shad. Drop him straight down there, suspend him off the bottom. We'll get one of his friends and put on this front rod up here. All right, there's his buddy going down. Hopefully, they stir up a commotion down there and draw some attention from a big kitty. First cut bait, gizzard shad head. We're going all gizzard shad on bait tonight. That's all I got. Live and cut. We'll put them side by side next to each other. See how they perform. And there's the body section. Down it goes. Get this last bait out here, and then we're fishing. Y'all, we got a fish on there. He hit it before I turned the camera on. I thought he had. I don't think he's very big though. He's just gonna be one of them old bait stealers. Oh my gosh. Well, at least he didn't sling the bait off the hook. Lord help us if that's the best we can do tonight. I'm in trouble. Gotta do better than that, but he did leave me the bait on there. So we'll just drop that same piece back down. Surely we can find one slightly bigger than that. Oh, got one on this rod right here, y'all. Got one on there right there. Now he's gonna pull a little bit. He hit it and swam behind me here. So far he's avoided my anchor rope on the other line though. Let's hope he continues that. I don't think he's going to be no whopper, but he's better than that little 12-incher I started out with. How them little fish like that ever get to a hook in their mouth, I'll never know. But they find a way to do it. This one will at least be a little bigger. Yeah, that's not bad. Definitely an improvement over the first one. Alright y'all, well that's a slight improvement over the first one, ain't it? That's one of them, we'll call him a big dink, maybe a small fun sizer. The wind cranks out right into that microphone. Let's let him go. Dang wind, poor timing. This front rod up here, that live gizzard shad has gotten eaten by what I would assume is probably a flathead. He's on there. Let's get him. Let's get him. Yeah, we stuck him, didn't we? Yeah, old live gizzard. Got gobbled up. I would assume it was probably a flathead. I never noticed him. I just happened to see my rod tip doing the flathead dance. Just a little bit of weight on it. And blues let you know when they hit. They smack that bait and take it over quick. These flatheads are sneaky sometimes. There he is too. Now he's going to show out up here on the surface. He's just a little fella. Alright guys, a little flathead. Just a tiny thing. You know, small flatheads, man, they'll tear them big live baits up. But they fun anyway. I always love getting them flatheads. Let's send him home. We'll turn him into a monster someday. All right, I got one more live gizzard shad in the tank there. Let's put it on, see what we can get on him. All right, if he'll sit down there and kick just like that, we just might catch something on him. Hope it's something bigger than the last one. My line undone here, goodness gracious. Because that is the last live gizzard. Still got the one here on the back rod. But after these two, that's it. It's going to be cut bait the rest of the time. Oh Lord, we got another one messing with this one right here. I think he might have it. I think we got a bait stealer down there trying to steal my gizzard shad head. Doggone his hide. I done put a hook in him though. That'll deter him from trying it again the rest of the night. We'll give him a sore lip. Look at that old thing. Look at him. Barely big enough to get that bait in his mouth. Another one of them little bait stealers. There gotta be some big fish move up in here eventually. Now whether or not I'll still be on the water when it happens, I don't know. But at some point, this evening, tonight, maybe in the morning, at some point we'll get a movement of big fish up on this point. I just hope it happens while I'm still on the water. Well, let's drop us another one down. Live gizzard up front there. Something hit him, man. He made a bolt. Let's see what happens here with him. Look at that rod tip. It's got some weight on it. He didn't try to make a run a second ago. That was him getting thumped. Let's get that rod. Yeah, buddy. That's a flathead that got him. That was a flathead that ate him up. Oh, now he's gonna pull now. Yeah. Old live bait getting it done tonight. The dinks have been continued to peck at that cut bait over there. I've replaced them a couple times just because they've been shredded down there by them really small blue cats. You know you're dealing with really small fish when they can't even get hooked up. I'm pretty confident this one here's a flathead. Yep, it is. And he threw the bait off. A little bit bigger than the last one, I think. Still not the size I was hoping to get. All right, y'all, flathead number 2, man. Love seeing these flatheads pop up. I just keep my fingers crossed that a little bigger one comes along tonight, but got one more live bait back here on this back rod, and I'm going to end up putting another piece of cut bait on this other front rod up here. So we'll have 3 rods cut bait and 1 live bait after I let this fish go. He's a cute little devil though, ain't he? Bye-bye, buddy. Next time. Oh! Splash me on the way out. All right, we'll put on a little bit bigger gizzard shad head on that one. A little bigger bait down there and see if we can get a little bigger fish. Y'all, right there it is. That big full moon in the sky. That's the excuse I was needing. Well guys, it's about 10 p.m. right now. I've been on the water 5 hours and just haven't been able to get anything going out here tonight in size or numbers. It's just one of them days, and when I have one of those days as a fisherman, you know, I need something to blame, man. I gotta have a reason for it. And sure, there's some logical explanations of why I struggled tonight, like maybe I was in the wrong spot, or using the wrong bait, or at the wrong depth, or maybe I got those things right and I was just out here at the wrong time. All those are sound and logical excuses, but those all kind of put the responsibility on me, and we can't have that. So I need something external to blame, like maybe like the pleasure boaters or the current flow, whether it be too much or too little, or the weather, something like that. Once a month though, once a month it happens. That big rock in the sky pops up over the tree line, showing all of itself. And I have my perfect cop-out excuse. When I go home tonight and people ask how I did, all I gotta do is say, that damn full moon got me again. And you better believe that's exactly what I'm gonna say. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.